All right, we're back with another video nugget. Once again, we are on the Onyx RIP software. And today we're going to talk about backing up the media that we have loaded for a particular printer to an OLM file so that we can import it into another Onyx RIP server and import those medias in there. The profiles are very similar to media entries in the media library. They contain very specific settings for feed speeds, for color corrections, for ink limitations, all kinds of profile type information. And I want to get that off of this computer and onto my new RIP server. So for this, I'm going to be doing this on my 5160. So you'll note right up here, I can go into my media manager. Okay. In my media manager, you'll note all of my printers are listed across. So I'm doing it here for the 5160. But for example, if I wanted to export some profiles or import profiles, for example, from a 16H, I could just highlight that particular printer and we'll see the profiles that are loaded for it come up and allow us to either import or export. Okay. So first thing we want to do is we want to export some media. So back to my 5160 we go. And I am going to go in and I am going to highlight all of the particular medias that I want to import. Okay. In this particular case, I'm going to export, so with them highlighted, I tell it to export. Okay. Now it lists all of the medias in these particular categories, and I can either select or deselect certain ones if I don't actually necessarily want them. In this particular case, the more the merrier. I'd recommend that you have as many profiles as possible. I am just going to select them all and hit my OK button. You'll note that it's going to save in a default location, so you'll want to pick a location you can find. But right in here you can see this is the Ricoh Pro 5160, based off of the model printer that these came off of, .olm, which is an Onyx media library file. So I'm going to pick my desktop, and I am going to save that OLM file, and we are now going to export all of our medias for the 5160 into a file. Once again, if I wanted to actually bring in profiles, I would do import, in this particular case medias, although you can see there are ICCs. If I go to my desktop, right there is the OLM file that I could then open. And once again, it would show me all of the medias that are associated with this Onyx media library file, and I could pick and choose any or all of them, and then once again by hitting OK I would load these particular medias into my RIP. Very handy for when you're using Onyx and you have profiles to share. Hope you find this video nugget helpful. Look for this and other video nuggets on the TSRC website.